My name is Samruddhi, and today I will be explaining my collaboration for this module. The first brand that I want to introduce is the iconic Vivienne Westwood. Westwood is one of the most classic and impressionable brands in the world, which started in London in the 1970s. Vivienne Westwood is considered one of the pillars of British fashion who introduced the idea of punk and unconventional fashion in the market. The brand has always rebelled against stereotypical fashion notions and created something unique and impactful for its consumers. From the most iconic wedding dress in Sex and the City to designing gender neutral clothes for Virgin Atlantis to fighting climate change, the brand has done it all. But after the death of the creator, and along with several shifts in consumer and fashion systems, Vivienne Westwood needs to find a way to stay unique, fresh, and relevant to their consumers and the media, and address the issue of lower brand engagement rate within the luxury fashion brands in the UK. Secondly, I would like to introduce Harris Reid, an influential and fast growing fashion designer in today's industry. While still studying at Central St. Martin's in London, his designs and styling ideas caught the eye of some A list celebrities like Alessandro Michele, former creative director at Gucci. Since his graduation, he continued to work and style high profile celebrities. His focus on sustainable and gender fluid fashion styles have been appreciated by consumers and celebrities all over the globe. His collaborations with Gucci, MAC, and Missoma for gender fluid perfumes, makeup, and jewelry were widely appreciated by the fashion critics. He now is the creative director at Nina Ricci, and under the flagship, he has designed and styled several celebrities for the award seasons such as Grammys and Brit Awards 2023. Harris Reid might be the answer to Vivienne Westwood's declining brand engagement rate and media relevance. To further analyze Vivienne Westwood through their brand's competitors, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, all three brands have a greater percentage of brand awareness, usage, and buzz compared to Vivienne Westwood. According to reports, luxury fashion owners Gucci and Chanel have 94% of brand awareness, with Louis Vuitton at 86, whereas Vivienne Westwood is at 76% of awareness rate in the year 2022. Comparing the brand popularity with the competitors, Gucci, Chanel, and LV ranges between 40 to 47% of brand popularity in the UK in 2022, whereas Vivienne Westwood suffered a decline and is at 20% of popularity rate the same year. Chanel has the most media buzz in the fashion market, whereas Vivienne Westwood has only 8% of media buzz in the same year. To justify the falling numbers, let's take a look at the current state of luxury markets. According to reports, 67% of Gen Z shop online for clothing and shoes. Due to this, there has been a shift in the way luxury market consumers and fashion systems are working. The report showcases that the brands are leading towards digital marketing and designing creative campaigns and media channels to widen their consumer strength. Factors like social media, online promotions, digital marketing, collaborations, and campaigns are the way forward, and brands need to make the shift to stay relevant to their targeted demographic and the media. A few of the insights from the research are that in today's time, luxury fashion brands and high fashion brands need to generate and be digitally active on social media portals like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which are widely famous within the age demographic. Fashion executives need to redefine their brand visions and brand focuses in a way that attracts, retains, and engages media and consumer and create media relevance through collaboration and campaigns that fit demographic priorities. To talk about target audience, Vivienne Westwood's target audience is 18 to 34-year-old Gen Z and millennials with no particular gender. They have mid to high salaries, mostly a demographic that loves vintage fashion and believes in inclusivity and sustainable fashion and enjoys other high-end fashion luxury brands. The demographic likes to be socially and culturally aware of the changes in the industry and love to move along the new trends and shifts. Vivienne Westwood has been able to successfully target the audience through the years and utilize digital media to represent themselves to their consumers. But due to the growth of social media in the pandemic, the competition within the brands to stay relevant has increased, and luxury brands have to take the extra effort to keep their audience engaged with creative content on social media. As Gen Z and millennials are becoming increasingly dependent on social media for their news and content consumption. Whereas the target audience for Harris Reid is not different from Vivienne Westwood, both brands target the same age demographic, which is Gen Z and millennials. This demographic is highly aware of the rising trends and is a trendsetter for fashion styles like gender neutral clothing, inclusivity, and sustainability. They enjoy experimental fashion and creativity. Celebrities and social media influencers play a vital role in what they regard as fashionable and relevant to them. This demographic is social media friendly and gets most of the news content through their Instagram and Twitter handles. Thus, it is very evident to identify their brand similarities. The similarities between the two brands, with values like sustainability and inclusivity at its core, and the brands share elegance and aesthetics along with target audience. A collaboration between these two brands will help Vivienne Westwood to increase the media and consumer engagement and add another iconic collaboration under the flagship of Harris Reid, and use the attention and relevance of Harris Reid to upgrade Vivienne Westwood's popularity within luxury brands and markets. To talk about the media coverage around Vivienne Westwood for the last few months have been about the designer's death, and renowned publications like Vogue, Elle, and Harper Bazaar published special editions in the memory of Westwood, who passed away in December 2022. Since February, the media revolved around the London Fashion Week and Westwood's Spring Summer Collection 2023. The media buzz around Westwood increased in February because of London Fashion Week, wherein designers like Marc Jacobs honored the late designer through his collection, along with the memorial service which was announced before the start of the Fashion Week. The overall media coverage around the brand revolved around the Fashion Week, their Spring Summer Collection, and the death of the designer. It is clear to see that Vivienne Westwood wanted to make a statement even after the designer's death. The brand will still retain and gain its elegant and classic reputation. Harris Reed's news coverage has been on the rise since he was newly appointed as the creative director at Nina Ricci, and his present projects caught the eye of the media. His work with Harry Styles, Beyonce, and Adele has been featured in publications like GQ, Vogue, and Elle. Harris received a lot of editorial and digital media coverage during the award seasons. His first creation with Nina Ricci was worn by Harry Styles at Brit Awards 2023, which were held in London. He also styled Shania Twain for Grammys 2023, which was published and featured on a lot of publications and magazines. His debut collection at London Fashion Week was one of the most talked about after Florence Pugh walked the ramp for the designer. Reed has been featured in many articles highlighting gender inclusivity and sustainability, making his media engagement and coverage stronger over the years. With 3.4 million followers on Instagram, Vivienne Westwood is still one of the biggest brands in luxury fashion. They still have social media engagement and relevance, with their feed uniquely diverse. They don't use a lot of hashtags, and the brand is also present on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, where they upload recent updates. However, in last few years, there has been a decline in their following, as competitors' brands have indulged in several media activities than Vivienne Westwood. The only rise that is seen is during the London Fashion Week during the months of January and February 2023. Otherwise, their social media presence is weak considering their key target uses Instagram the most. They haven't curated anything new to be relevant to the media or to the consumers. Whereas Harris Reid has 7.26k followers on Instagram with a vibrant and beautiful feed and use of aesthetics. He doesn't use a lot of hashtags but has a prominent presence on Instagram as a new brand in the market. They don't have a presence on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, making Instagram their primary medium to target consumers and media. Compared with Vivienne Westwood, Harris Reid has seen a rise in the following in the last few years due to his collaborations and diverse projects in the industry. He gained 24,450 followers in the last 30 days with an engagement rate of 9.19% and has also seen an increase in gained media. Vivienne Westwood has a presence on social media. They just have to create something different that will help them attract and retain audience and media attention and make them relevant in the market and follow the digital change. Thus, this collaboration with will help Vivienne Westwood to relaunch itself after the loss of the designer and engage its audience and media with something new and relevant in terms of brand values and visions. And recreating punk with a Gen Z twist along with Harris Reid will help them rebrand themselves in this digital era. Since the brand has similarities, the collaborations will work in their favor due to these factors. Factors like media relevance, innovation, reputation, and recognition in the media and the fashion market will help both of the brands to benefit from each other at the end. Thank you.